All right, here we go. We're doing Forge Master. Let's just get to the point. Guys, it's people. Well, yes, it's not a bad exactly. Well, it's just lacking a certain originality. I'm not sure that I understand. My goal here is to attract a new customer based with innovative, eye-catching craftsmanship, and we won't succeed by retrending the same tired ground as. Oh, who have we here? Hi, guys. A stranger to our fair city, and an artisan too, if I'm not mistaken. The name's Lola. I, I'm affiliated. Oh, it's old. It's an I. It's not an L. It's Ilola. I'm affiliated with the Facet of Fortune, but I also run a private forge, the Iron Bellows, it's called. There was a time when we boosted a gathering of the finest metalworkers in the trade. And then business in the Custodium started going downhill. Many were forced to hang up their hammers even before my dear father, the warrior, rest his soul, passed the bellows on to me. And now, Izamon's the only employee I have left. Solid, dependable, old Ismon. Ismon, that's me. As for clients, we have a few commissions outside our contract with the city guard. And that income barely covers our day-to-day expenses. I'll be forced to close down the forge before long if I don't try something drastic. I've been working on a plan. We'll broaden our horizons and our potential market with a range of new and novel wares. A fine idea, you might think, but we've hit sort of a snag. Whilst Ezra can reproduce our usual stock, like uncanny accuracy, it would seem his singular talent doesn't lend itself to creative endeavors. I have to follow design. The design, I can't help it. But that's enough of my ramblings. Where did you say you were from? I didn't say where I was from at all. The same place as the Exarch. Interesting. Wait. No, not interesting. This is marvelous, don't you see? You must have knowledge of a dozen techniques that we've never even heard of. Please help us develop our new wares, and I'll gladly pay you. It will have to be in crafter script, but still. What do you say? I'll do it. Anything for the scripts. Or saved. Huh. Now, before you do anything, we need to go and parlay with the Zoom. Okay. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Upright lizard people? There's a tribe of them living here in the city. We've not had much trade with the Zoom thus far. But I'm to change all that, assuming we can devise a product which catches their interest. We'll be dipping into a well of untapped profits. Come on, let's head over to the Amaro launch and learn a few things about our prospective customers. It's time to get the Iron Bows back on track. Good luck. That guy is kinda looks like he's out there. I need to do something real quick. I'm keep thinking about it, and I should probably take care of it now. Razahan. That's pretty cool. No, not collectible appraiser. Here we go. Script exchange. Because I have max script. So, it would be best to start building up my materia. The gatherer. These are 9. I mainly need these. Yeah. That was... Yeah, here we are. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure that was... Because now we can get more crafted script and I can buy more. I need to start building up my reserves for that. Where is this? Oh yeah, still launch. Because in case they bring out new... What do you call it? What do you want with me? This may seem like an odd request, but I was hoping you might help me gain a better understanding of your people. I'm working to expand my range of goods, you see, and any sight you can offer would be appreciated. You are one of the Crystarium's artisans. Then I would not deny a sincere desire to learn. We of the zone earn a living as breeders and clothe ourselves with their hide and bone. Such has been our tradition since we roamed the lands of nomads. Is it difficult to raise such large beasts? There are risks. When the females are with young, they become temperamental and have been known to bite their handlers. Ouch, I imagine those jaws would inflict some nasty injuries. Yes, the wounds often lead to fever, illness, and even death. Any item you could craft that would help prevent such tragedies would find no few interested parties. Leave it to me. The Iron Barrows will strive to provide you with everything you need. Let's head back to the meet. Yeah, we're gonna do stuff. Once again, today's just been another day of disappointment with family and issues and trying to get stuff done outside of gaming and things. Like I have errands to run, but the only problem is I don't have a car. So it's like hard to get someone to get me to go do stuff that I need to do. Which cuts into, and then when somebody's like, "Hey, I'll get you and to get accused of places," they never show. It's mainly the families members doing this too. It's like, which I'm sitting here waiting 4 to 5 hours for them when they say a certain time that has already passed, and then it cuts in, which is cutting straight into the time I could be getting these recorded and these quests done. But I don't want to start the quest and record this stuff. Because what if they show up all of a sudden? I would have to stop the recording and everything. What do you think? Did our chat with Zune give you any ideas? It's disappointing. Uh-oh. This looks like trouble. Well, what do I owe the pleasure? We've just come to collect our old tools, then we'll be on our way. The Closet of Forging has plenty of jobs for enterprising individuals, and I'd rather work than starve. No offense. None taken. Those two are Kalana and Su Ren, former employees of the Bellows. If you haven't guessed that already, they used to look out for me like I was their little sister. But when the business fell on hard times, they struck out on their own. I can hardly blame them. They have families to feed, and the Faucet of Forging has paying contracts. Which is why this new endeavor is so important. If it succeeds, then perhaps I can convince them both to come back to the Bellows. And maybe, just maybe, I can buy back the ring we lost to pay back our borrowed coin. Or am I going too greedy now? What's this about a ring? Should have asked about the money instead. When our business started to falter, my father made an arrangement with a money lender known as Weldon. It was a poor gamble at best. Things went from bad to worse, and when we failed to meet the payments on time, demanded something of value from us. My father surrendered the gift they had made for my mother, a ring she never had the chance to wear before she passed away. That ring is all I have left to remember them by. I would dearly love to have it back. But I can't afford to worry about some keepsake. I need to focus on rebuilding the forge's finances and regaining our lost employees. Right, let's throw out some ideas. What matter of item can benefit the Zune in their daily lives? Probably gloves. Nothing comes to mind, huh? Oh, but didn't you say you hailed from the excerpt's homeland? Do you have tribes like the Zune where you're from that might give you a starting point to consider? The Zune are strikingly similar to the genre in appearance. Perhaps the beastmen from the source were something that could prove equally useful in their Christorium counterparts. Well, metal gauntlets. Tools that might reduce the danger of Amuro biting the fingers which feed them. It seems too simple, and yet we'd still be the first forge to stock garments crafted especially for Zune hands. Let's see what you can put together. Well, we should go to see the Aldramas about that. Custom deliveries again. Alright, let's see what you can put together. Okay, metal gauntlets. It's just the same thing as before, it seems. Here's what we're gonna do instead. Oh, the wrong one. We're gonna actually... I'm gonna assume we're gonna need 6 of each of these. Except for that. That's 1, and that's 1. So we need... yeah, we're gonna get a couple of things. We'll make all this stuff here at once, and then we won't have to run back and forth. God, I cannot type anymore. I can't type like I used to. I'm not used to... So we need 12 of these. 12 of these. 6 of them. Gold. 12 of them. Stone gold. 12 of them. Blue spirit. Well, wait. Well, now that I've written it down, let's transfer it over here. Gonna say it's like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Three, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I figured it later. Yarn, right? I need yarn. 4, 5, 6. Go. One, 2, 6, 9. No choice but to buy that one. Ooh. Oh. Gotta be honest, that looks... Does that come in an axe? Ooh. I've been thinking of an idea for an axe. I'm gonna buy this, just in case. Just for future. Wait, is it tile? It is tile. Weird. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oops. I think it's nuggets. Nuggets. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See now, I don't have to come all the way over here. I can just completely just do everything right there, and I'll make sure that before we start the next one that I'll have everything built out, created, pretty much done. What does advanced touch do? No, it's all 6s, so... Yeah, I'll make sure that next time, like the next quest, it's all done already. Because it is kind of annoying how we do this. Like I said, it'll cut out the teleporting and all that. The video and such have to constantly go back and forth. I think the hard one will be you should show the trick now to see where Zon think of them. All right. It's Steam complete. I've delivered your gauntlets to the Zoom for their appraisal. I can only hope they're as pressed as I was. Ooh. A word with you, please. Is something wrong? I wish to speak with the artisan who crafted the gauntlets. Oh, that would be Ronald here. First, let me say that my people are not accustomed to wearing metal armor. Our natural scales are harder to steal to begin with. And we do not like to announce ourselves with flashy adornments. We wear only what is essential. The exception to this would be our hide jackets, a memento from those beloved Amaro we would remember after their passing. Sure, we have no use for bulky protective garments. They would only get in our way. Get my hopes up. But then I tried using the gloves to handle one of our feisty beasts. She clamped her jaws on my fingers, and I didn't feel a thing. What is more, where I expected the material to be heavy and my movements clumsy, I always felt as if I was working with bare hands. You tailored the gauntlets to meet our practical needs, and we will acknowledge that effort with suitable payment. That is all I came to say. Oh. And I thought we'd made a mistake. He seemed pleased, didn't he? You're not the type to take criticism very well, are you? Or to that, he was delighted. I have an eye for artisan, but I didn't realize you were this talented. I mean, you only crafted one new design, and already my business with design is off to a grand start. I might even be able to pay Esmond his wages this year. Don't. I feel like with you here, bringing back my old employees is not the distant dream it once was. Please say you'll stay and help. Keep your tools at the ready, and I'll find us some more customers to impress. Iron Bellows Lifeline. Alright, let's go. It's all happening so fast. We received orders for more of those gauntlets you crafted. As I told you, Esmond has a knack for copying existing designs, so I sent him loose on the new commissions. After all, he needs to work on his wages. Work for his wages. Makes a change from working for nothing. And as for you, I need another crafting miracle to impress our next potential client. The Morode. Ah. Have you been to Amarang? The Morode people have a city there, founded on mining and trading. I went myself to do some groundwork, but talking about new wares they might need wasn't high on the agenda. No, the Moors seem more intent on feeding me worms, a local delicacy, or so they said. I could barely choke one down. Really? The taste started to grow on me after a while. I must have eaten a couple buckets worth while I was still waiting to get paid. I'm sorry, Esmond. I truly am. Well, my visit to the morgue was something of a loss, but mayhap you have some insight that we can build upon. The Cabal. The Mard are strikingly similar to the Cabal's endurance. Perhaps the beastmen of the source make use of something that could prove equally beneficial. Well, the Cabal like to blow things up, cause earth-shattering gabooms. Metal worm jars? Help to keep their squirmy treats safe. I don't know how the mold will react to that, but I suppose it's worth a try. Make me a worm jar, if you please. I have... What? I mean, I already know the answers of what we're gonna make, but it's still like, how did we get to this moment? Yeah, the next quest, we'll be able to cut down a massive portion of like the whatchamacallit, a massive portion of the quest line because I'll have the stuff already made before we start it up. Because it will be better. The only things I won't have done complete technically would be the two items that have to do with the quest. Those are the only ones. They won't be done. Oh, and I already know complications for the fishing is gonna be tough doing the fishing one. Because we've seen my skills at fishing and it was not a good time. I mean, I kind of held my own, but thank you. The Marge should be pleased with this. Now let me eat this. Right. I've done my part and delivered your work to our potential clients, and hopefully they will like what they see. This is the forge where the metal drawers were made, yes? I wanted to talk to the makers. You come to the right place. What did you wish to discuss? For white earthworms, freshness is best. They fare poorly in sunlight. Death soon follows. They don't keep well. They do taste better fresh from the dirt. That's true. What is it with you and worms, Esmond? I've been thinking you're a more in disguise. I never tried to store earthworms before. But when we put them in your new jar, they stayed happy in the dark, safe and squirming. Delicious. And since the jar is made of metal, it doubles as a cooking pot. Over the fire and dinner is served. Whoever made such a wonderful utensil understands worms. If you have any more jars, we would like to make you an offer. We have much to trade, coins to buy. Nice. Another happy customer. It's almost too good to be true. By the way, are you one of these worm garments too? No. It has to be the white ones. They're meatier than the other worms, and you've proven your crafting expertise once again, Ronald, and thanks to the stability you've given us, to convince an old friend to return. You might have heard from LOL, but I was working at the Bellows until I couldn't anymore. After all, Lola's father did for us. Abandoning the forge never sat well with me. I'm so glad to have another chance to help the business succeed. I'm incredibly glad to have you. You can work with us in crafting stock for all these extra commissions. Good eye, Esmond? There's plenty of work to be done, so don't think you can take it easy just because I'm back. Now, the reason the white earthworms are meatier has to do with how they survive the arid conditions of... what is this dope blabbering about? Anyway. Now all that's left is to convince Surin to return. I'll scout out a new client, and then you can amaze them with your additional brilliance. Hey, the sun's coming out. I'm tempted to actually open the windows after this. Not the windows, the curtains. I was hoping you'd pay a visit, Ronald. Yeah? Those jars you designed are sounding like wildfire. We're almost struggling to keep up with the demand. I have both Kalana and Esmond handling the commission, so you and I can turn all our attention to bringing in new business. We have the jars under control. There's a worm cuisine craze sweeping through the crystarium, and we stand to make a good bit of coin. I will never understand the appeal. What the? But enough about worms. Let's discuss our next client, shall we? The Ondu. They usually keep themselves in their underwater settlements, but word from Calusa says they're willing to engage in trade. That's why I went looking for them. We must have trudged along that coastline for days before leave. Finally chanced across a group spearfishing in the shallows. Did you know they honor a hunt with harpoons fashioned from coil? Anyway, I was relieved to find that they were quite amenable to the idea of doing business with the Bellows. All we need now is to create an item that I might be interested in purchasing. Anything come to mind? From what Lola has told you, the order sounds strikingly similar to the Sahagan. It's the beast meant for the source. Use something that could prove beneficial to the Perusian counterpart. The trident. That's what we're going to be making next. Metal tridents. An improvement to those coral harpoons I mentioned. I think we're on the right track, but wouldn't the metal rust in the seawater? That would depend on the metal used, and I know a few tricks and treatments to ward off rust. Let me worry about that part. Alana, rough edges aside, you always did have a knack for the delicate side of ironworks. Well, Ronnie, I can think of no other drawback to your training idea. Craft us a 3-pronged masterpiece that will have the Ondo forking out coin and Suren begging to rejoin our fortune family. Yeah, while that's happening, I'm gonna go open the windows. I mean the curtains. Colona's boisterous return has brought a much-needed fire back to our forge, although I'm afraid it now has to work twice as hard to avoid being burned. Why you guys gotta tornado that guy? Excellent work. These will make fine tools for fishing and battle both. I delivered your trident to the Ondu, and now we wait for their verdict. This is always the most exciting and terrifying part. Yes, it is. Hey! Is this the iron bar work, fellows? That's good, sir. Have you come to pay the balance? For a chance? You're the ones. So you are the ones responsible for those tridents. Oh no, we angered them, insulted their ancestors. Coral craftsmanship. Not to worry, this is why you keep a bruiser like me around. I employ you to hammer iron, not our clients. So well, land workers. My people dwell beneath the waves where fire does not burn. We have no skill with forging tools of metal, but we recognize mastery when it's delivered into our very hands. Compared to our portal spears, your tridents are stronger and sharper, yet show no sign of rusting in the ocean's water. This will serve us well in the hunt. Such was our joy and satisfaction that I felt compelled to cross the seas, swim along waters, and trek over land to praise. Then you should give your thanks to Ronald there. It was he who first proposed and crafted the piece in question. You were the landmarker who came with Alphino. It seems your talent in metalwork is the equal of your skill in battle. Once more, you have our gratitude. Here is the coin we owe you. I look forward to your next offering. Well, things to be going swimmingly for the Bellows these days. In fact, I believe my expertise was no longer required. So Ryan, you sneaky bastard, how long you been there? Ronald, was it? I managed to glance at one of the tridents you traded to the owner. I must say, I was quite impressed. Your skills are on par with Erola's father, and he was a man of no small talent. It does reflect badly upon my character were I to accept my former position now. Only after business had taken a turn for the better, and yet I cannot pass up the opportunity to work alongside an artisan of your caliber. Maybe you just can't stand to be away from me. I've got you pegged, Ren. For the moment, I shall content myself with duplicating your wares in an effort to study your techniques. I assume my assistance will not be turned away. This profession does seem to attract the particular types. Still, we should be glad to have Su Ren back at the forge. If you look past his pretentious matter, you'll find a seasoned craftsman lurking underneath. Even my father put stock in Ren's unmatched speed and precision. Just look at all we've achieved. Help, we've secured another market in the Ondu. And lured back my other lost employee. I cannot thank you enough, yet I would ask that you stay in my employ just a little longer. Rehiring my artisan was a costly endeavor, and we'll need every coin your new creations bring in. Yay. Iron Bellows, ace in a hole. Oh, now we have access to the quest. It's quest time. To struggle no more. Uh-oh. What to do, what to do. Oh, Ronald. I can use an ear if you have a moment to listen. Now, between your craft and my negotiations, we managed to secure contracts with Zune, the board, and even the Ondu. Compared to our previous client list, with one whole customer, business has improved by leaps and bounds. It's just after paying regular wages to Eston and putting up the coin to hire back, the fortune's coffer is slowly close to empty again. I can only think of two solutions to this problem. One, we seek out a new client with a large-scale commission and a fat purse. Or two, I start paying Esmond less than he's worth. Let's keep expanding your client list, okay? Yes, that's probably the best option. Thank you, Ronald. If I'm being honest with you, I actually already had a candidate in mind. The Numo of Ilmeg. They were supposedly on friendly terms with the people of Wilbur, while the kingdom yet existed at least. As for brokering deals, treat fairly with them, and they will treat fairly with you, it is said. My main concern is the dangers posed by simply entering the domain of the Pixies itself. What we need is an escort to the bargaining table. Someone whom the pixies already know and trust. I don't suppose you know anyone like that, do you? I converse with the pixies. I am known to the new moon. But you, I can't believe the perfect ambassador for the Bellows was under my nose this entire time. Well then, let's not waste another moment. I'll put my traveling pack together and meet you on the road for Ilmeg. Yay! It's Ilmeg time again. I like Ilmeg. Oh, we have to go here. Oh. We're not going straight into Ilmeg. What is the amount on this one? Oh, that's right. No way. There we go. So, how's everybody doing? We're getting stuff done finally. Yay. 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 Yeah. 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 Yay. Ilmeg just lies just ahead. The fairy folk, they try to scare us off, but my will is iron. Once I've chosen a path, there's no stopping me. New and profitable clients, here we come. And look how pretty it is. Oh, we can just teleport straight there and then run backwards. There's a little problem with the with this controller for some reason. I think after this quest line I have to check it. I don't know why, but it's like getting stuck. And I don't think it's the sticks, it's something. What's wrong with you? There's something touching my face. Get it off, get it off. Quicker on it, we have to reach the new mill. I mean, we were already here. I know you. You won the scepter from the Elder. And this young lady is a friend of yours? I've come to trade. Your people once served the kingdom of Verobert, and I hope to provide goods on which to spend your stash of Verobert gold. You do have gold, don't you? Ah, you desire an exchange. 'Tis the new moon way to barter one thing for another. But we will not part with our golden treasures if you have not we deem equal and worth to the coin. Is that iron I smell? You are workers of metal? Then mayhap you have something to offer us after all. Since the fall of Vobart, and the scattering of its people, we've been hard-pressed to attain new sensors. We can afford sensors. Why, the Albert will craft the finest sensors you've ever seen. I mean, once our artisans decide on a design. I don't know what its sensor is. Come to you upon completion of the first piece. Right then, Ronald. We should get straight to work. Back to the meeting we go. What's a sensor? I don't... Sir. What's a sensor? I seriously have... If this is something I should know, I don't. If this is something basic, let's just... Hopefully they'll explain it. Welcome back, Ronald. You know, I heard stories about the new moon, but that was the first time I had seen one in the flesh. They were a little more intimidating than the adorable puppy people I imagined. Still, if all goes well, we stand to rake in a stack or two of Verberite honors. That should take the pressure off the Bellows finances for a good while now. So let's put together one spectacular sensor, shall we? If you find yourself needing more materials, I will provide. I'm confused by what it is. Apparently we have to do this though. I still don't know what it is. I want to say it's just an incense like thing. Oh, it's yeah, it's an incense burner. Oh, okay. It's one of the. It's like a jar thing, a decorative jar that held by a chain that releases incense as you move and you swing it around lightly. Okay, now I know what it is. Looking at the picture, I now know what it is. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that's what they were called. I never thought the time of figuring out what they were called. If I'm to plug the hole I've dug in our finances, then this arrangement with the new moon has to succeed. Bring me the best sensor. Why? This is exquisite. I'm almost tempted to keep it for myself. Our client will be pleased indeed. Now we just wait until Nemar arrives to expect the sensor. Fancy a game of cards? Triad? Triple? Whoa! That thing's huge. And he's just gonna carry... Oh, this is a table one. So this is the crystarium. So much life and commotion. What the? Excuse me? Why? Pinch me with a pair of pliers. Either I'm dreaming or that's a flying talking pig. I promise you, you're fully awake. It is I, Nemoron. And this porcine fella is my familiar. We Numu are bound strongly to the magics of Ilme. Straying beyond explorers and unnerved to say the least. I hope you don't mind if I inspect the sensor by proxy. Of course. The design is unfamiliar but entrancing. And the metal construction should render it quite durable. Yes, those nasty pests are in for a smoky surprise. Nasty pest? Are you suffering some manner of aphasia? Our home planet is a humid place, and it attracts swarms of gnats. Ugh, and the like. So many winged nuisances. In fact, that the buzzing is distracting us from our... In fact, that the buzzing is distracting us from our meditations. And with the sensor like that to fill the air with scented smoke, peace and quiet will soon be ours once more. This is a problem we have taken to the Vermouths once upon a time. Now we have no artisan nearby with whom to trade our shiny coins. So you're saying those gold pieces are just piling up in a corner, taking up room? I'm sure my forge can offer you a way to rid yourself of some of that clutter. Your concern about domestic tidiness is touching, assuming you can provide more exceptional goods such as this one. Then we shall be glad to feed your golden hunger. Till we meet again. I think we made a favorable impression with Nima. I seem to amuse him, and your craft sealed the deal. With the Numo as our clients, I can run the iron barrels the way we used to. No more worrying about wages. Everything back in its rightful place. Everything? Okay, maybe not everything. But I have to keep this place running for my artisans. Not waste money on some sentimental treatment. Shit. We walked away when things got tough. Left her to rebuild the bellows alone. It's time we return the favor. Grateful. Well, maybe there's something we can do. I'm ready to put the next stage of my revival plan in motion. If this goes well, then any lingering fear that the bellows will go belly up could finally be put to rest. I actually already have the client picked out, but I need to make a few preparations first. I'll share the details with you soon. Okay. I'm gonna skip a... I'm gonna make these real quick and then we'll continue. Nullifying neck pieces. It's a shame it takes 3 to do this. Because it puts it at, this puts it at a level 40, but I still need 8 points. Just kind of sad. That's okay. Feels good. Well, at least the sun came out for the moment. It's starting to go away again. It's fine. Greetings, Ronald. Ready to conjure up another fantastic new convenience? Yeah, as I'll ever be. Look at them. Those 3 are clearly taken to the work with a passion, which I suppose is to be expected from such veteran artisans. Anyway, let's get started on our final project, shall we? Our client this time around is Christianium's own city guard. I may have mentioned this before, but they have been the only customers that stuck with us thick and thin since the time my father were in the bellows. The problem is, father would accept the guard's commissions regardless of the losses we stood to make. And that hit our profit margin became a major factor in the forge's decline. I understand why he did what he did. The guards protect us from the sin eaters, and he wanted to outfit them with the best equipment we could provide. A sharper sword, a sturdier shield, the slightest edge may help against the monsters which took my mother from us. Now more than ever, the bellows is in a position to supply the Crystarians defenders in a way my father would have wanted. You remember Nemu? He recently told me of a special gemstone which could only be found in Lakeland. It seems Voberate knights used to carry such a jewel to ward off hostile magics, a talisman of sorts. Well, call it fate, but the city's guard vulnerability to the arcane was the last project to consume my father's attention before he died. He wanted to fix the flaw he perceived in their armor, and it falls to me to complete his legacy. As such, the item I would have you craft is already decided, a neckpiece set with the gemstone from Lakeland. This is it, Ronald, our final collaboration. I look forward to seeing what masterpiece you devise to protect our soldiers from fell sorcery. Yay! Oh, this is it, guys. Thank you, Ronald. This just might be the edge a soldier needs to survive the battlefield's less mundane purpose. I've delivered your work to the city's guards, so that's that. Our final project together is all but complete. Now we simply wait for the client's verdict. Hey! Formatcher Eorla? That would be me. What can I do for you, Captain Lena? I came to discuss the new equipment you left with our supply officer. Your father always provided us with the highest quality armament, but was never satisfied with his attempts to infuse arcane resistance. He would have been proud of this necklace you crafted. We in the guard face danger on a daily basis, and I cannot overstate how much the availability of your talisman will benefit morale. I wanted to visit you in person that I might properly express my gratitude. I am pleased to know you are pleased, but I can only accept thanks for the idea. The craftsmanship was all Ronald here. A master artisan? Is there no end to your surprises? An impressive talent, isn't it? He's as skilled as my own father was. But their work as a template. I mean to keep the iron bellows producing goods of the highest quality. As such, I also hope the city guard will continue entrusting their commissions to my forge in the years to come. We would consider it a privilege. Be proud to know that the armaments provided by your family forge serves an integral part of the Crystarium's defense. Did you hear that? An integral part, she said. I almost felt like leaping. Or up to something. It's been a long road getting the bellows back on track, and you stood by me every step of the way. Well, Ronald, you deserve it. The greatest weapon. The new quest has appeared. This is it. The end. After sitting down and tallying up the profits from our various ventures, I'd say we have sufficient funds to keep the bellows running comfortably for quite some time. Truly, your goods have brought us in a small fortune. I still haven't thought of a proper way to thank you. While I'm busy with that, why don't you visit with us then? He mentioned wanting to have a word with you. I noticed him sneaking about trying to arrange a celebration with you and our clients. So I'm guessing he needs your help with the preparations. Nothing gets past me and my forge. I see everything my artisans do, and don't do for that matter. Last I saw, Antoine was at the Wandering Stairs, assuming you're of a mind to speak of him. Always that one place. Mm-hmm. soon. I've said as soon as I'm done with all this, with the crafting and gathering stuff. Oh, Ronald, we've been looking for you. I have a favor to ask you. Celebration preparations? What? It was supposed to be a surprise. Well, his head might be filled with figures and finances, but she's got a sharp eye. Should I bop her with my hammer so she forgets what we're up to? So I ought to bop you with a hammer. You uncontroversial. Come now, and spit it out. Was there not something suspicious you wish to share concerning the upcoming festivities? Yes, of course. Part of our plan was to surprise Viola with a gift. Something near and dear to our heart, but we're having trouble acquiring the item in question. Let's talk about the ring Viola's father lost to the bastard moneylender. The three of us have been working our finger to the bone the past while scraping and saving what we could. So we have the coin to buy it back. Once we deemed our purchase certificate hefty, we paid a visit to this nefarious shifty fellow by the name of Walden. Yet, even after we paid the bill in his due, he refused to surrender the ring. Apparently, we failed to account for the interest occurred in the intervening years. A patently absurd amount. We're at a loss as to what to do next. I was hoping someone as well traveled as you might get some advice to give. Am I too early? I'm too late. I don't get invited to a lot of parties with people. You seem trouble is surrounding with the celebrations. So you paid the man a fair price, but he did not honor the trade. Demanded more from you. We ended up trying to pound deals where the balance of value swings too far in one side's favor. The warden's fellow sounds in need of a lesson in equilibrium. Oh, I'd love to teach him a lesson, but the only one I can think of is like to leave me covered in blood and arrested by the guard. Let us not attempt anything rash to only add to yours woes. Still, I'm afraid a civilized approach has already failed to persuade that unmannered call to part with the ring. No violence will be necessary, my friends. I have an idea. This is your moment to shine, Ronald. I'm going to supply you with some materials. Use them to make a ring of the finest quality, then give it to Esmond. Oh, I know what we're going to do. I realize this is all very mysterious, but I ask you to trust me. Everything will be explained soon enough. We're going to trade the ring. We're going to give the money launderer a better ring. One that's more expensive than, or at least expensive looking than the ring he has currently. We're going to pretty much trade him something of more value and get the, and in return, he just gives us the ring he currently has. That's what the enchanting ring is. But it's probably also going to be cursed by Moran. I'll just stand around here until the ring is ready. Oh, here's the ring. Oh, well that didn't take near as long as I thought it would. That's beautiful work. What exactly is the plan for this ring? The materials I provided to Ronald were prepared with a minor enchantment. Walter will be so taken with our ring, he'll be willing to offer Iola's ring in trade. What? Just like that? I have doubts as well, but we will give it a try. Then let's pay another visit to Walden Will you come along, Ronald? He should be lurking around Musical University. Haven't I ran into this guy before? I hope not. Because if he sees me, if I know him, it's gonna be a bad time. Yeah, he looks like somebody I know. He looks familiar. Huh? Back soon. We came for the ring, Walden. We already paid you a fair price for its return. Let me spell it out to you again, boy. No money, no ring. You'll get naught but curses till you cough up the interest. Oh, we don't have that kind of money, but we do have another ring you might be interested in. Care to trade? Trade? Do I look like a flea market to you? I only deal in cold, hard coin. Maybe you should inspect the quality of the goods before you make up your mind. Here, see how it glitters? Ain't that a pretty little thing? I have no idea such beauty still existed in this world. It's just so precious. Oh no, I had a feeling you would appreciate the craftsmanship. Ain't often I get my hands on a proper treasure like this one. You got yourself a deal, boy. Here, take your bleeding ring. Go on, take it. That solves us of everything. How's your doing business, Buffy? Sure, your worthless old antique. There's only ring I care about now. The way his eyes lit up was almost disturbing. Just what kind of spell did Neymar Moran weave into those materials? We best be getting back to the others. The festivities aren't going to prepare themselves. He's probably going to be... his existence will probably be drowned by that ring. He'll be so obsessed and fixated to the ring that it will take over. He'll consume him and until it's like till the day something happens to it and then his reality cracks. Strange business, that, but at least we have the ring. All want it. Now we can celebrate without a care. Although we should probably finish up the preparations before the guests arrive. Yeah. Hello, Elora, we have a gift for you. Oh, a gift? Is it flowers? Some sweet tree? It's as if you want something as pointless as that. Indeed. I'd rather stack of coins than some smelly banquet. But it is a precious metal. Are you proposing? I know I'm pretty for a smithy, but this is all too sudden. This is my father's ring. How? Where? We weren't able to stand by you when the Bellows needed us most. So we got the thing you most wanted instead. Fittingly, your efforts to revive the forge were the reason we could earn enough money to buy that trinket back in the first place. That and a dash of Ronald's exceptional craftsmanship. I don't know what to say except thank you. I thought myself alone since my father died, but it seems I do have family around me after all. And now we see the girl behind the Forge Master's mask. A bittersweet day. It's certainly been an interesting one. Speaking of which, you never did tell us what kind of enchantment you put on the money launderer's new ring. You all but snatched it out of my hand. That was not magical. His desire for the ring was born entirely of mundane greed. I knew that an arduous wrench such as Weldon would soon see the value of Ronald's craft. Oh, it wasn't magical. My contribution was far less instant. A little curse of misfortune to punish his unfair weighting of the scales. That man's financial luck is about to take a decidedly ugly turn for the worse. Oh. It is curse. It wasn't an enchantment, it was a curse. You needn't look so worried. I would never weave curses upon an upstanding trading partner such as you. Keep the balance, and all will be well between us. Yeah. We did it! Another one down. 2 more to go. Pretty much. Da, da. It's good to see you, Ronald. All that excitement has left me feeling positively drained. All that proper food has left me feeling unusually full. I feel like someone's been using my head for an amble. Don't remember much after that tankard. Did I remind you then, in your iterations, you deemed it necessary to initiate a brawl with a Zun guest? The cavern keeper will be sending a bill for the destruction you caused into its establishment. You might have stopped her instead of making wagers on the outcome, Rand. Tell me why I rehired you people again? I suppose the answer to that is in front of me. I still can't believe you managed to prize it from Warden's grubby hands. We couldn't have done it without Ronald and Nima around. Thank you again, Ronald. You've been there for me every step of the way. From here on in, I think I could keep the bellows running under its own steam. And if there's any trouble, I have these 3 miscreants to help me deal with it. You left us in a good place, Ronald, but I know you're welcome to come and visit anytime you like. And don't forget to take your payment. You certainly earned it. It's not that much of a payment. It's just sad. Maybe if I was gathering experience. Yay! Yay! There it is. Precious metals. Ooh. Oh, there's a otherworld smell. What's different? Otherworld artisan. See, I want the Hand of Creation. That's a title. We're going for these one day. I'll probably do that after the I might just start on that and see how that goes. The way it's designed, sadly, is you have to get like expert stuff. You have to know how to make expert stuff. So what's the next set? No thanks. Alchemist and Culinary. Okay. So Alchemy and Culinary is next. But I'll take a quick break so I can that's what I use Culinary. I will take a break and do some things, and then I'll work on that next. Then finally fishing and then suffer the rest of existence, because that's how that works. That's how that place runs. So yeah.